Aim down sight, you know what we doing. You know what we doing, what we doing. Aim down sight, you know what we doing. You know what we doing. You know what we doing. Aim down sight, what we doing. You know what we doing, what we doing. What we aim down sight. What we doing, what we doing. What we doing, what we doing. We aim down sight. Only podcast you ever need for all your gaming and your tech needs. Is it AI or is it Lyriic? We don't know. 1000% accuracy for sure. She's the hostess with the most. And you know it. Mute Panda if you know this. Always hot and never mild. Wouldn't be Nero if it wasn't wild. Get your snacks, favorite chair. It's a go.
Sit back, just relax and enjoy the show.
I said, get your snacks, favorite chair. It's a go.
Sit back, just relax and enjoy the show.
Aim down sight, you know what we doing. You know what we doing, what we doing. Aim down sight, you know what we doing. What we doing, what we doing. Aim down sight, what we doing. What we doing, what we doing. What we aim down sight. What we doing, what we doing, what we doing, what we doing. We aim down sight. Eday, 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 Eday. Aim down sight, aim down sight, aim down sight. What we doing? You know what we doing, what we doing. You know what we aim down sight. What we doing, what we doing. We aim down sight. So sit back, relax and enjoy the show. Aim down sight. Aim down sight.
Day. It's that time of day where I'm just like figuring shit out. Welcome everybody to episode 93 of ADS, so aim down sights if you're new. All of us here love to play shooters. Actually, we just love to play games in general. But yeah, we don't have Lyriic. I mean, he may show up, he may not. I preferably would like him to take as much time as he needs. He's with family, and so he doesn't need to be here for the show. I've got the fantastic Nero, Nintendo Ponybot Master. Yeah, he wants to be the very best.
Ready to talk.
We'll play the Pokemon music for you.
I'm not that close with
right?
Nintendo yet. They might sue us, man. I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not that close with them yet. I'm getting there.
Yeah, that's true. They're very litigious. Welcome, everybody, wherever you're watching from, whether you're watching live with us now or watching after the show. We are here to have some fun, talk some video game news, maybe talk about what we're doing, like what we've been playing and things like that. I'm actually going to throw to Nero, but before I do, I'm going to ask anyone watching in the chat to pop in the chat. What have you been playing? If you are over on Twitter, you can jump over to YouTube and you can engage with us in the chat. We just love engaging with our community. What's up, Reese? Yes, ADS fire. I agree. All right, Nero, what have you been playing this week and how are you?
I am pretty good. Hope everybody else is doing all right out there too. Shout out to Lyriic, like we said, spending time with family, handling things.
Tell us.
I've been playing a lot of things, man, but I ain't gonna lie. Like, it feels like the last 2 months I've been mostly on my Switch. I guess because I've been playing games that take a lot of time over there. Trials in the Sky took me like 70 plus hours to get through, and there's still so much content in that game because I did a lot, but I didn't do everything. I checked out the Gears beta. Shout out General Spartan. I'm gonna have some comments on that. What else? I've been trying to get through the Halo. I'm pretty much almost at the end of that, but I just been jumping around through so many games. Shout out Reese. See you in the chat. Play some Tokon Marvel. Fighting with him. That game, I'm really enjoying it. I hear it got a lot of problems on PC, man. That's crazy. I've been hearing Gary's got a lot of problems on PC too, and that's crazy because for me, I have had no problems on my PlayStation with Tokon, and on my Xbox Series X, I don't know, but everybody, let me know where y'all playing the beta at. I haven't had any problems with Gears as far as performance and stability. Every now and again, it might have been like some server like lag here and there, but besides that, I haven't had any of the main problems I see a lot of people complaining about. But on Nintendo, man, Splatoon Raiders, I just can't get enough of it. I think I'm pretty much at the end of the game, but I do like helping people out in there. I started Fire Ember Warriors, 3 Hope. This joined this fire so far. I'm really enjoying these Warriors spin-off games and stuff like that. Some Adventures of Elliot. Been getting some of that in as well, trying to knock that out.
General
Getting ready for
Spartan
next month.
looking to give Beasts of Reincarnation a shot next. Yes, yeah, I am. I'm going to have a look at it.
I would like to hear y'all opinions on that. But when y'all do try it next week, when we come back, if you guys get around to trying it, because I started it up, and the first time I played it, I seen the performance issues people was talking about, but I guess the next day when I played it, I got a patch. Patch came pretty early, and it's been pretty smooth. To me, it's not nothing crazy, but I kind of like these style games. I know they're not for everybody. Like, a lot of people didn't like. Reese, you know the game I'm talking about. Lost Soul Aside. A lot of people didn't like that, but I enjoyed that. I thought it was different. I enjoyed the combat. A lot of people didn't like Rise of Ronin. I enjoy these little like games that try to do little stuff different. Try to think outside the box. And I like pets and companions, so I'm enjoying Beast of the Carnation a little bit. I have played. It's nothing groundbreaking. I think a lot of these studios will really benefit from trying to get better pricing for their video games, because as fun as some of those games were, like I named, like the Rise of Ronin, the Beast of Carnation. Shout out to Game Pass. I don't think they're $70 games. I think they launch around that $50 price tag.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot more respectable.
Yep.
Especially
Yeah, I
with
agree.
performance issues and stuff.
I agree.
But it's definitely worth checking out. It got some cool music. Remind me of Stellar Blade music. Just, when you chilling and roaming around, it's real chill. It's real dope.
Cheers. Well, if you are just joining us now, it's episode 93. I can't believe that. 93 episodes now. What the fuck?
That's crazy,
93
man. Time is just flying by.
Aim Down Sights. If you are joining us on X or Twitter, jump on over into YouTube and let us know in the comment section. What have you been playing? What have you been up to? Yeah. All right. Well, for me. I do apologize that we are late, and we are starting late. That is my fault. I was having breakfast with my girlfriend, so that is why we're late. And then I had to drive from her place back to mine.
Before you guys jump on her, I know it's usually the cool thing to do is to jump on Panda, but I will say breakfast and cuddles with your significant other is very important. Now, I'm not saying what we do here is not important, but that is a very crucial thing. So I personally blame Panda for the delay, but I also endorse it. So we take the code.
Fuck you, Panda, for the delay, but also good on you, Panda, for the delay.
Good on you. Can't be mad at it.
What have I been up to? Okay, so I finished Sniper Elite 3. I'm not going to go through and do all the achievements. I can't be asked. And I feel like some of them are multiplayer only. And I'm playing through Sniper Elite 4 on hard mode. I never play on Authentic. Authentic is another level. I usually play custom, and I customize it to the exact difficulty I want. But I'm playing on hard mode. And I just love the Sniper Elite series, and I really, really want them to announce Sniper Elite 6 next year. Because it'd be so good. Just more things to shoot. Do you know what, though? Watching all this Halo hype all over Twitter has just got me wanting to play fucking Halo Infinite multiplayer.
I swear.
Oh.
I swear.
Yeah.
And I Panda, don't get me started. Don't get me going down that rabbit hole. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and I would like everybody, we're all for the Halo fans. I personally would have took some actual proper expansion story for Infinite, and I think that would have made more sense to port the PlayStation versus a single player campaign only remake of a remaster.
Oh, I would have loved
I think that I would have definitely took that. I love Halo
multiplayer. Oh, fucking love it. So yeah, I've been playing some Halo, Sniper Elite 4. Like I said, I finished 3. I've installed Beast and Reincarnation onto my Xbox to play. But I'm really looking forward to the Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen expansion. And then I'm really looking forward to Minecraft Dungeons 2. Like, there are just some really good games that I am excited for this year. And then it just more and more keeps happening. It's good to be a gamer, right? Not for my wallet, though, but just for experiences. Hence, I am subbing to Game Pass, right? Like, I can't... it's just getting too costly out there, and I'm not talking about just video games. I'm talking about just real life. And I'll take a sub that way. All right, okay.
What's good, Web Dave? Hit that like button, guys.
What's up, Web Dave? Good to see you here. Thank you. Hit that like button. Yes. Reese, you've been playing Marvel Token, Doom DLC, Power World, and Final Fantasy 16. What do you think of the Doom DLC, Reese?
It's a pretty good lineup. Yeah. Man, Reese, I'm gonna let people know right now, man. Reese Ghost Rider is solid in Tokon, man. He was putting that fiery belt to me a little bit, but when I sat up, it was belt back to him, made him humble that little Ghost Rider, cooled his ass off real quick. But he was definitely getting busy to the point where I had to lock in. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the people I played out there. Shout out to the homie Gritty. Shout out to Pyro and Lady Pyro, man. Lady Pyro packed me up, man. Them Ghost Riders, yo. I don't know them Ghost Riders be getting busy, man. I'm not too comfortable with running into them Ghost Riders out there in Tokon, man. Y'all sit the fuck back, man.
Yes, hi Web Dave. I hope you're well. Tell us. We know that Reese is really well trolling Nero as much as he can, and General Spartan as per usual. To everyone who watches and engages with us, we love you. All right. Well, we've got some quick news topics and stuff we're going to get through. I'm just going to share my actual screen if I know which one I'm meant to be sharing.
While you do that, I'll get us started, man.
Is it the GTA one?
Just Rockstar. Yeah, it's GTA. Rockstar, man. Just out here doing they just doing so much, with the $80 game, then the $100 game, and now the GTA 6 new extended look will be exclusive to Netflix for 6 hours. So they pretty much locking a trailer, a new extended look behind a paywall, for about 6 hours. Now, to me, this is just Rockstar doing Rockstar things. I guess they got it like that because this is about to be the biggest game ever, and I'm part of the problem because I'm gonna be there. Shout out to Lady Nero, she's blessing her man with GTA 6, and even if she wasn't, I'll buy my damn stuff. I'm in there. Hey, I'm in there, and guess what? I got Netflix, so I'm gonna be watching this too. So look, I'm not gonna be performative, right? But I will say this is fucked up, man. Rockstar doing some strange shit because, look at it like, let's say if I was to, buy this, if I was one of those people to spend $100 on this pre-order, and let's say I spend $100 on the pre-order, but I don't have Netflix. Maybe I don't care for Netflix, or maybe I prefer another service. Whether that be a Disney Plus or something like that. They got to wait an extra 6 hours while everybody else get to watch and dive into the trailer. So I think that's kind of, it's kind of lame. It's kind of whack. And I just want the whole industry to know, like, this is, you guys are not GTA, okay? So I know, like, people, the shit Rockstar do is, it's unique to them because, let's be honest, nobody is on that level. We haven't had anything this whole gen that really comes close to the Red Dead 2, and that's the last gen game. You know what I'm saying? GTA 5 has been around for so long because how groundbreaking it is, and not too many games. It is cities and worlds I prefer that we have gotten since then, but that world and just GTA period is huge. So I just want these other studios and publishers to know y'all not them, bro. So don't go trying. You know what I'm saying? Don't go trying to go put the next Last of Us trailer, goddamn, on HBO Max for fucking 7 hours or some shit like that. Because I don't think that'll, go over as well as this is going over.
This is an insane deal for me. Like, you agree, there's a $100 version of the game and there's an $80 version of the game, and I said I'm not touching it because I think it's bullshit that you have put some of the shops behind a paywall. Like, it would be different if you were like, hey, choose this option just to spend this money if you want, and everyone gets the same version of the same game, other than, like, just skins you can go buy as microtransactions and things like that. But, like, shops that are in-game that are just going to be behind a paywall for you, it's BS, in my opinion. The fact that they're now sort of selling a trailer, a gameplay trailer, like, you're going to see actual gameplay coming up, and people have been asking me this forever. They're selling it in the sense of an early access. That, to me, just seems bullshit. Like, and I agree, no one else would get away with this. Anyone else tries this, they'll get raked through the coals, and I don't think they could ever stand on that at all, and ever have I don't even think they have a right to do this. Take-Two have a right to do this. In my opinion, it just seems stupid that they're selling it as early access. Now, I myself do not have Netflix, but I have access to Netflix content. Am I going to watch it? I don't know. Will I wait the 6 hours? I don't know. Who knows? But I think the fact that we've got people in the community calling other people broke because they don't have Netflix. Who doesn't have Netflix these days? Like, grow the fuck up and stop trying to, like, tell people what they should be doing with their money. Like, cool, you can sub to Netflix. You can go pay for early access on a gameplay trailer. This is, like, setting a precedent that I'm concerned about. Like, if this starts happening anywhere else, I'm not standing on business here. You pay for Netflix with your T-Mobile bill. Exactly. Like, those are those smart moves here. I get Netflix and this other thing that I pay for. I'm not actually subbing to Netflix. But I just think it's sort of stupid that this is the gaming community. If anyone else had done this, every other journalist or anything like that would have been bitching and moaning and thinking this is bullshit and unfair. But because it's Take-Two and it's GTA 6, they can basically get away with anything, in my opinion, because the community is going to support it no matter what. People have been hanging out for gameplay for so long. My biggest shock was not seeing that PlayStation didn't get this sort of thing. I thought the exclusive gameplay showing would be on PlayStation side of things, because they have been routinely linked to the marketing of GTA for many, many, many years. I download my shows, I'm not giving them money. Fair. If this opens up a trend, I'm going to be really disappointed that the gaming community moves that way. Industry, not community, industry. And I do think people need to call it out. But yeah, if you sub to it, you can watch it 6 hours early. If you don't sub to it, you can wait. Sometimes, based on your time zone, you're going to be waiting anyway, because you'll be asleep when the trailer comes out, unless you're super willing to watch it. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm really disappointed in our community.
Yeah, people saying stuff like that, man. It's crazy. People, what I've been noticing is just kind of try to tune out all that. Like, I've been going on a crazy mutant spree, and it's hard to tune it out because the grifters and it's always being pushed. The narrative's being pushed. But I tend to tune that out. I'm noticing it's just a lot of, I say it every week, man, just a lot of corporate coons. A lot of these people, I even seen just big accounts defending this, trying to downplay the people that are angry about this or trying to justify it. And my whole thing is, not every fucked up practice in this industry needs to be defended. You know what I'm saying? Not every stupid decision that the companies we support and enjoy their products need to be justified by us, the consumer, who does nothing but buy from them anyway. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense to go out of your way to try to spin narratives to make it make sense why Rockstar do what they do, or any of these.
They twist themselves into pretzels to try and find a win for a company, like a corporate company. You just know they've sold how many millions upon millions of pre-orders on this. Now they have an exclusive first look on Netflix. I get it. They are trying to build up extra hype and everything for this. It's gonna be a great game. You just can't deny. What just hit 87 million sales, I feel was
that was Red Dead
Redemption 2. Yeah, Red Dead 2. Buy these guys as well. It's gonna sell gangbusters. You do not need to put this behind a fucking paywall. You do not need to put those shops behind a fucking paywall. Yeah. You're gonna make bank on this.
Yeah, my thing is, even with the things they do, their games are so groundbreaking that... Yeah. And if you've been a fan of Rockstar, then you know a lot of this isn't new.
It's quality.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't release
even with Red Dead 2, the high end edition for that came with shops and stuff that wasn't in the base game. The trinket guy to sell certain things to and stuff like that. And they won both of the times I bought Red Dead. I bought regular editions before I eventually bought the upgrade on sale down the line way later. And them games are so expansive and so deep that you would spend hundreds of hours in that game, and if they didn't tell you about what's in there, and you was just to be surprised, most people would probably never know it was in there and come across it, and then everybody else wouldn't even know they're missing it for the people that don't come across it. So their games are just so deep and expand and just big. I understand. I don't agree with what they do, but when it comes to the scope and the scale of what they're doing, it's crazy. I challenge the rest of the industry to, try to challenge them. I miss the days of the GTA clones. A lot of them failed, but, we did get some dope games out of people trying to challenge GTAs throughout the years. Around 4 and 5, people just, threw the flag in and Saints Row fell off. But for me, I really enjoyed Saints Row 1 and Saints Row 2 back in the day. I was like, yo, they get a vision and get a good budget. This could go somewhere. But
it's me wanting another LA Noire or a full remake.
I wish
of
they
the
would
old
go
one.
back to. I do need Rockstar to do that. I'm hoping after GTA 6, maybe give a a Red Dead 2 next gen release or update, and then I would like to go back to do a LA Noir 2, or do a Bully remake, or just do some cool shit. Yeah, True Crimes was another good one, man. True Crimes 2, New York. That was my jam right there, yo. That joint was heat. But some extra information on GTA, man, from Jason Schreier. He says pre-orders. This was the news from behind the scenes, what he found out and stuff, talking, whatever. The pre-orders vastly surpassed Takes-Two's Eternal forecast. He expects to extend it look on August 27 to offer a quote-unquote meaty look at the gameplay, which, I mean, honestly, as it should. I'm really ready for this marketing to really kick into full gear.
Yeah. So, tell us where you said, did I get an email to verify my age? No, nothing from Microsoft at this point. Which country are you in? Is it to do with your country based on like the laws happening as to whether or not they have to verify your age? Because we don't have any age verification thing as far as I'm aware. Or is this all because of GTA 6? Is this why Microsoft's doing it? Nero is back, question mark. Hope you're feeling better, bro. Yes, he's back. Thank you, OG.
Sir, appreciate it.
Yeah, he's back. I told him he better come back today. Australia, no, not impacting New Zealand. I think all these companies and governments in Australia nothing. As far as I'm aware, we aren't impacted by that because I feel like Australia's a little bit more restrictive around that stuff. But game ratings, we are impacted by Australia's game ratings, and they're a little bit more conservative than New Zealand, which is frustrating. Yeah. All right.
Well, that's enough about GTA, man.
Man. We'll see.
Talk about the extended look, and I'm ready for it. It's been long enough.
All right. I have not played the beta. I'm going to be very honest. I have not played the beta.
Boo.
I have been enjoying my week and weekend, living up life. But I know that we have people in the chat who have played it. We have people in the podcast who have played it. So I'm going to throw to you, Nero. What were your thoughts on this? I know you put a post up on Twitter, and then I replied saying, like, that's exactly what this beta's for. Like, please put your feedback through. They need to make these changes to improve it. Because we just saw the feedback before the open beta went live. What was it? They asked for verses to be added, and then verses got added, which is so good.
I've seen a lot of people asking for like the classic horror mode as well. Let me give a little pretense before I even go in the chat. If you played the Gears beta, please tell me what you think, how you feel about the improvements, the movement, everything like that. I always been, when it comes to the multiplayer side of Gears, outside of playing horror with my siblings growing up, I always been a Halo multiplayer over Gears. So let's just start that off preference that I never been a huge into Gears multiplayer guy. I did always enjoy the horde aspect and stuff like that. So just to give some clarity. First impressions when I fired it up, man, I liked the music. I just liked it. It just felt good to be back in Gears. Loaded into the horde mode. Played a few rounds. Thought it was dope.
There's something very comforting about coming home to Gears, right? And you have
is.
the Lancer or the Nasher. I don't know. It's just very, very
I
comforting.
had fun on the horde mode. I like the classes, first and foremost. I like the classes. I like being a medic. To me, that was very fun. That's my thing to do. So I enjoyed being a medic, saving people, saving the homies, picking them up. I like the ability. I didn't really try any of the other classes. So horde mode was enjoyable. I will say, graphically, I hope it is improved a lot more and just look a lot better when they fully launch. And I only say that, and this is just comparing, Coalition prior work to what they do.
Yeah.
They are visual. Every time you fire up a Gears game, they are visual treats. Now in the PvP, the market map, when I loaded in that was beautiful. That did look good. But the outside where I was at in the horde mode just kind of looked at just a bunch of looked real grayish. And playing on the Series X, it looked like an S version I was playing. It didn't look as sharp in detail as I would want it to do. And I understand that because you got a lot of stuff going on screen, especially with horde and multiplayer. I'm just ready for the single player. I'm gonna be honest. I care about that campaign. I've always cared about the campaign and the lore of Gears, so that's what I'm ready for. The movement did feel a bit light and floaty to me. I'm used to my, you know, Gears feeling heavy, feeling that movement. I thought vibrations was lacking a bit. I've played plenty of games on Xbox where when I shoot a shotgun, even something like Resident Evil, you just feel that. You just feel that. I would like that.
Is there any
Maybe
option
it's turned up a
to
notch.
go into the settings and mess with your vibration in your controller? Excuse me.
No, I just left everything default as far as the vibrations and stuff like that. I tweaked the aiming and sensitivity to my liking. But besides that, I thought I had a pretty good experience, man. It was all right. Like I said, I'm really ready for the single player. That's what I'm there for. I don't really have enough consistent friends to really play Gears with.
Yeah.
Like that. I'm not like with Halo. I don't know, Panda. You might feel the same way. Like with Halo, yes, I love to play people, but I can just fire up and go dolo, without anybody. Like if everybody is busy, all the homies,
I love it.
people move on to other games. I can still go run Halo, by myself. Certain games I do that by myself. With Gears, I don't really, unless my people I care about is there. I might pull up every now and again and just go try to be the best medic I can be in Horde and shit like that. But real quick, Panda, PvP ass. I ain't gonna lie, that shit ass, yo. I'm gonna keep
Like
it
hard, like with lots of sweat?
I just look, like I said, I'm not a Gears multiplayer guy because the way people I've seen it and just experienced it when I did hop into it, the way they play is just ass. Like me personally, like everybody is trying to do the same thing. Everybody is running around with the shotgun. Yeah, the gasher, just they running around shotgun. Everybody's just trying to get. Like to me, it's like that's cool, but when that's what everybody is doing, it's like it kind of takes the fun out of it. Nobody is, playing it.
I have a friend who just snipes. That's all he does is snipe and Gears.
I wasn't seeing none of that. I wasn't seeing no uniqueness. In the few handful of matches I played, I would try to, be different and take different approaches. But everybody just running the same way.
Wall jumping and such. I mean, I do like the idea that wall jumping has an option for a cooldown now. But I know that some people want wall jumping back the way it originally was. And I was like, oh, well, that just encouraged people to spam it. It's really hard to kill people when they just wall jump. But yeah. I'm not a big PvP person per se in Gears as well. I prefer Horde mode, but I am looking forward to the story. I've played every single Gears game with my twin, and I will play this one with my twin as well. She loves Gears, and I was always more of a Halo person, so she plays Halo with me. She won't play the multiplayer though. She won't play Halo multiplayer with me. I'm obsessed with Halo multiplayer. But she will play Halo storylines with me. So we're currently playing through Halo 2, but she just bought a house. So like she's got to figure all of that stuff out. So congratulations to my twin for buying a house. Yeah. Kudos to her. I'm just trying to think, yeah. But yeah, anyone else in the chat? Did anyone else get a chance to play the beta? What was your favourite thing? Is there anything you have that you think is good feedback that needs to go back to these developers, the coalition, to make what you played even better? Are there any modes that they need to look at potentially adding? Yeah, who knows? Do you know what I really want though? Talking about playing a medic Nero makes me want to play like Plants vs Zombies. I had a friend who always used to play the Sunflower, and if you know, you know. Like, the Sunflower's the healing class in that game. I think I always played the Corn. Like, that number 2... what was it? EA did the second one. Plants vs. Zombies number 2. As a third-person shooter. Multiplayer thing. And it was so much fun. Like the classics, hopefully they keep them unique.
Yeah, I definitely like the classes. Like I said, I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a good entry. As far as you see, like I said, I'm like you, Panda. Me and Reese talked about it. Like I'm the story mode for Gears type of guy. I love good single player, action, story driven type of games. Whether it's first person or third person, those type of games I love. Whether it's Space Marines, Gears, Halo, Doom. It's just.
Do you know what would be really cool, Nero? If Helldivers did a crossover and there was a Lancer put into...
That would be dope as hell, yo. That would be dope as hell. Thank you for putting that out there. They should definitely look into that. I think that'd be dope for both because they already did a Halo crossover.
Yeah.
So I think a Gears crossover would be awesome.
Oh, do you know what? This makes me want to play fucking Helldivers too. I fucking love that game.
Yeah.
I haven't played it in ages, but it's so much fun.
Definitely, man. But shout out to Gears, man. I'm gonna be there, ready for the story. You know what I'm saying? My feedback to the coalition, man. Put a little weight behind that movement. At least have that weight feeling in a single player. I don't care about the other modes. Everybody else can have their opinions. For the PvP guys, man, hey, have fun wall to wall with a shotgun gashing each other, man. Have a blast, but don't be shocked when people don't, take to it as they might with other games. Nobody want to come and deal with that. But the ones who've been doing it throughout the entire franchise, hey, man, if you like it, I love it, man. I'm happy everybody is enjoying it. Shout out to Capcom, man.
Honestly?
Pragmata sales exceeded expectations, man. I have to finish
their
this,
cooking, man.
This game is really fucking good. I need to go ahead and wrap that up. Sales of Pragmata exceeded our expectations, they said. Pragmata has sold 2.51 million copies in 2.5 months. Yeah. Beautiful. It's a dope game, man. It's probably going to be one of those that continue to sell over time. I played a demo for it on the Switch 2. I thought it ran really good there. Soft image, as you would expect, but really solid port. From the demo alone, I can't speak for the later, more action-packed moments, but it was really good gameplay there. And then I bought it on the Pro, and it's a really pretty game, man. Really dope game. The gameplay is really good in this game, man. I'm starting to notice, and I'm really starting to appreciate gameplay over everything else, man. Graphics and shit be cool, man, but if you got a good story, good narrative, a good world, gameplay, I'm in there. So shout out to Capcom, man. They continuing to kill it. I'm looking forward to what's Onimusha coming later this year, next month actually. I think it got moved up, so real soon, man.
Well done, honestly, they're killing it. They're one of the best fucking publishers and developers out there. Like, Capcom is just fucking fire.
Yeah,
That's all they do.
Too often. They don't miss.
That is so good. All right, very quick news, because we are going through our quick news at the moment. Dave Bautista is in talks to play Kratos. The other guy, Ryan Hurst, has stepped away. He got injured, right? And he can't proceed.
Yeah.
So they are having to find a replacement to play Kratos. What do you think of Dave Bautista jumping in potential? Because I know Dave Bautista was going to be potentially jumping into the Gears project.
I wouldn't mind him in both, as long as he can, bulk up and get back to, that size that Kratos need to be, because Kratos is a pretty muscular fella,
Yep.
If he can get back to that size and get that size up, man, I think Batista is probably the only really good wrestler that act really good, in my opinion, as well. The Rock is The Rock in every movie, corny as hell. John Cena is just John Cena. Everybody that wrestle that be in movies, they wrestle themselves, but in a movie. But yeah, Reese, come on,
like
Reese,
Arnold,
talk to me, Reese.
No, Arnie though, as well. He's just himself.
Batista, everybody is just something different. Batista got range. I done seen him do different type of range, man. You know what I'm saying? He's not just he's not just big Batista, strong guy in every movie, man. He got definitely
some range.
Action, so he definitely got some range. So
I agree.
I'm not mad at this.
I think if he gets himself back into shape around the physique and muscle that Kratos needs, then yeah, perfect. Happy. It'll be nice. Right, and then we've got... I'm really excited for this. This game looks so good. Is it just a PlayStation exclusive, or is it also coming to PC?
I think it's PlayStation.
It is coming to PC, Steam and Epic Game Store. Yeah, excited. Phantom Blade looks good.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be
there to watch it.
Blade. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be there to watch it. And I don't got too much I gotta pick up in October gaming wise, even though September is looking insane. But everything can't get got. But this is probably gonna be one of my October games, man. This and Call of Duty is probably gonna be the ones I grab that month. Shout out to Game Pass for Gears. So yeah, this looked dope. This has always looked dope to me. They're focusing on it being more of like an actual action game over just chasing another Souls-like. And to me, I really appreciate that. If I'm gonna play a Souls game, I'm just gonna go to the kings of it, like FromSoft. Don't mind trying these spinoffs, like Wukong was really dope, and what else?
Lyric
was really good as well. What's a good Lyric? We love you too, brother. Take as much time as you need, man.
Yeah. Look after your family. Look after yourself. Nero and I, we got this. Yeah. I'm
93
excited.
episodes in.
Yeah. I'm going back to living in the 80s and 90s again. Oh, the classic.
Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna lie, man. That's how I'm feeling, Talos. You know, collecting physical comics and physical books and shit like that. I'm appreciating Nintendo with the true physical. You know what I'm saying? Like Sony, I see why Sony giving it up because most of they physical not even true physical anyway. You know, I mean, their first party games is, but these third party shit is
But you
just
don't
you
give it
need
up without
internet
having an
regardless.
alternative plan ready, and the fact that they haven't announced anything is still pissing me off. Like,
Yeah, but I don't think it makes sense to announce until they announce the PS6.
yeah,
It's
but
like
they
you
could
can,
at least just say, "Hey guys, we will talk about this later. Like, we have something in the works," and then a lot of their fan base would calm down a little bit.
I'm gonna be honest, yo. The fan base, they need to wake up. If this is what y'all it took for y'all to start crying, and then y'all not even standing up business. I'm gonna be honest. If you really care about physical gaming, you better go get a fucking Switch 2, and you better buy these cartridges. It's too late for Sony. People didn't stand on business. You know, people is crying and in Twitter mentions. They don't give a fuck about you being in their mentions and community noting them. When you got old ass bullshit ports of Black Ops that are fucking shitty ports, by the way, shitty ports, 1080p 60 on is like just ass ports, right?
Yeah.
Overcharging for them, and these guys, you guys ate it up. You guys are ball and gun gamer central. I'm gonna be honest. I think PlayStation may have the most casual fan base in the world. I mean, out of all of the gaming platforms, people can say what they want about Nintendo, but hey, man, it take more fucking skill to get through Metroid Dread and these type of first party games they put out than Platinum and fucking Spider-Man 2 in one weekend. For example. And I love Sony games. I love the games they put out, but nobody is buying the games that actually got really good fucking gameplay loops and shit like that. Nobody is buying Saros. And even then, that's only good on the gameplay aspect. The story for that is extremely mid. If you care about physical, man, you better continue to buy the little disc that Sony is putting out. Most of my shit has been physical because I don't feel the need to just keep everything. Shout out to those people that got like whole bookshelves of physical games. I keep the physical games that's near and dear to my heart. Like Bonanza, I would never get rid of that. Metroid, Prime, or Dread, I would never get rid of those. Just certain games I wouldn't get rid of. But for stuff that I get physical, like Assassin's Creed, Black Flag Remake, I just beat that. Yo, that shit out of here in September. When I go to GameStop in September, Panda, that shit getting traded in. It might get traded in for Ocarina remake. You know what I'm saying? But when they remake the Zelda, I might go trade it in for that. Those type of games I don't care to keep. I feel like that's super performative from a lot of people. But for the people,
if you get, because you've never played the original, like you've never played Ocarina of Time, right?
No, I have not.
You will get to see a lot of modern games DNA taken from that game. Like a lot of things have really been like. That game has inspired so much. Yeah. I love it. I love it. I mean, I play it now. I'm like, it's aged, but like, that's what I would like the remake just to improve a couple of things. Like, they did a slight like remaster-ish one for the 3DS, which I picked up as well, which made a massive difference in the water temple. If you know, you know. And that's what I'm looking forward to in this one. I would love, like I said, I would love them to include the master version, like, which was more difficult. Like, they moved things around in the temples and such, so it's a lot harder to play, more enemies, all of that jazz. But all right, we have more positive news happening. Gamers keep asking for it. Xbox is delivering. So now we have voice chat in game captures. Great news, finally. Still need to fix the game capture option. Like, there's still some work to be done on that. There'll be new ways to view achievements. We're going to talk about that in a second anyway. More control over cloud saves. So, like, if you've got a couple of cloud saves sitting there, you can pick which one you want, which is really, really great. And I think that's been a feature that's been lacking for a while. And more games on the wish list. Like, there's so many things coming around that space, and they keep delivering. And it feels fantastic that this is all happening within... I don't know, 6 months of Asher coming on board. Like, we've been asking for a lot of these things for years, and it's happening. And like I said, I'm not going to bag on Phil. He did so much for the brand. We're still here because of him. 2013 was disastrous. We'll never forget that. And it's just nice to see that there's a lot more fire and momentum and excitement about the Xbox brand as Xbox gamers and in that space. Yeah. Any thoughts on that so far, Nero, around some of these features making their way over?
I really a lot of this is very late, but man, when I tell you a lot of this is very appreciated, it is very appreciated. Like the voice
better late
capture,
than never, right?
better late than never. But I have been asking for this shit legit 2 generations in a row, pretty much. This gen is pretty much almost over, but thankfully it came. Like I said, I'm happy a lot of these features, despite them coming late, and I'm wishing they would still, would have came a lot sooner. They're here, and I really definitely appreciate them being here. Like the achievements, getting a platinum equivalent, that's a W in my eyes, and just the updates all around. And I think the capture system update, I don't know how smooth it's going to be, and that's just something they can continue to iron out and innovate. So these is easy layups, and I'm happy they getting the basic things just improved, just like the quick resume improvements and stuff like that. It's a W, man. I'm happy about that. When I see that news, I smile.
I think it's great. We had rare achievements introduced ages ago, and then they never delivered on this. And then we've got people going, Xbox is just copying. Oh, grow up. Everyone is copying everyone. Everyone's looking over the fence and looking at what this person's doing. Where do you think trophies came from, people? They weren't PlayStation's idea. They were Xboxes when they introduced achievements for the 360, and then PlayStation delivered on trophies. Yeah. Well done. Well done. So, we give and we take.
Definitely keep the improvements coming.
Yeah, I'm so happy about this. I am super happy about this. We've also got this coming through, and it keeps happening, and it's like if there's smoke, there's fire, and this news keeps coming up that there's a version to be able to have all your physical discs available to play on the next generation of Xbox. So you'll be able to play it across all of the generations around that. No idea what that program's going to look like, whether or not you have to pop the disc in there, other than there's rumors around the potential of, if you do have a physical disc, you put the license on your profile the moment you give that disc away, though, to someone else. And this is what keeps the used game market running, is that you would be able to then, like, the license moves to that other person because they've actually got the disc where that license sits. And that would be quite cool then, because then it's like, it's not just a random disc. You can give this game to someone else when you're done with it, and they get to enjoy it, and you don't have to deal with how do I transfer the rights over or anything like that. It sounds like if this is all true, that there's a lot of work that's gone into the background to make this viable, which is really, really cool. I like that. Game preservation, physical preservation.
I would say take all of this stuff with a grain of salt until everything officially get revealed. Because right now it's just people speculating and rumors and shit like that. But if this turns out to be true, I think that'd be very dope. Like I said, to me, Xbox backwards compatibility is more important on the grander scheme of things, just because of how it's already been supported throughout the last couple of gens. The 360 games already being able to be played, and original Xbox games being able to be played on the Series X right now in the first place is really dope. Being able to play them games natively, to me, is huge. I don't want to be streaming. That's really why I don't like playing certain PS3 gen games and prior on PlayStation, because it's all streaming, it's all cloud based. So I don't like that. With Nintendo, it's not like that. If you get the expansion online, you actually download the whatever app the software you're going to be playing. So if you're playing 64 games, you download the 64 app, and everything is native in there. You play it, no internet needed. That's how I want my backwards compatibility to be supported. I don't want to go and play, something from the 360 gen and it got to be streamed. So When everything do get revealed, I think they got some real cool things they can do to just kind of give a fu middle finger to Sony, and it's just being pro consumer and listening to what the fans want. You continue to
And I
give
think
proper backwards compatibility and give the
the
option for physical media.
I think the recent
players.
Xbox outage though showed a clear weakness in the all digital strategy, and so it's really important that, like you said, if you have that game, as long as the system recognizes that license, your system, not the internet, your system, you should be able to play it offline. Like games that are single player that you do not require an internet connection for, you shouldn't have to have an internet connection to access it. So they really need to work on that background side of things to make sure that that doesn't happen in the future. You can't always have good news, Xbox. You can't always have good news. Prices be going up. Prices be going up like a mother. Seriously.
So no sign of slowing down either. So.
And this means that everyone else, because Nintendo's is going up in September, PlayStation, I feel like recently-ish had an increase.
Nintendo is very modest though. First of all, these is current gen consoles creeping up to the $1,000 mark. The next gen consoles is definitely gonna be $1,000 or more, unless they really eat that cause. And if they eat that cause, then I will be there to support them because hey, I tip my hat for that. But I don't see them doing that. It's greed just as much as it is, the real world problems and stuff going on like that.
Yeah.
Even if the RAM situation was to levy out and, the waters was to settle on that, you think these companies are going to go back to being super consumer friendly? No, they're going to keep their prices pretty much where they're at now and hover around that. That's just my humble opinion because I don't put anything past them. But Nintendo only going up $50. And $500, bro, that's a steal. But especially if you got the PS6 or the next Xbox come out and it's $1,000+ system. That's a money, man. The Pro is already what 900. 2 terabyte Series X is already what 800, 899.
Something like that, yeah.
Man, look at these prices. These prices is insane. You know what I'm saying? And I can't justify any of the base consoles. The only consoles I feel like I can fully justify for their prices right now is the ones I main every day, because those are the ones that if it was the clunk out, I'll go rebuy. I wouldn't rebuy PS5 base PS5 at its current price. I wouldn't rebuy a Series X at its current price.
Not worth it.
I would go buy a Switch 2, and I would. Sorry, a lot of people may disagree, but from what I get out of the Pro, I'll fork up the money for that again. I'd rather spend $100, $200 more on a Pro than spend another $800 on the fucking Series X. That makes zero fucking sense. It makes 0 sense and that zero logic at all. So. That's the tough part too, because everybody be like, oh, we got our consoles, it don't bother us. You should have been got it. I 100% agree, but what if I want to get a second one? What if I want one in the living room as well as I want one in my personal bedroom setup or something like that? What if this is the worst time to have problems with a console? Lord forbid somebody console go out or brick on them, accident, something happen. That's the worst part of all of this.
And so they need to bring up those programs for people to pay them off. Yeah, I mean, that's the only way to get around it at this point, at the moment. But yeah. It's bullshit. I'm so sick of talking about console prices.
I do like that option being there, but I wouldn't really recommend. I would just tell somebody to save up. Just save up.
No. I think it's a wait. But we are going to be seeing the ramifications of all of this hardware stuff for many years to come. And it's going to take a very long time, I think, for us to see any benefit to be honest,
people. I think everyone should be pretty much comfortable with their
what they've got.
Consoles. Yeah.
Well, I think a big thing there, like, even those who haven't migrated over to the current generation and they're back on the Xbox One or the PS4, the fact that on the Xbox side, like, if you have access to cloud, you can play current gen games through the cloud. Obviously, there is a delay, but you do not necessarily need to upgrade. I don't know if that's the same with the PS4, but I definitely know that is what's happening on the Xbox side of things. And so you could potentially wait out and skip this generation.
Man, skip it. If you listen, man, right now, like I say, if you don't have a current gen console and you don't care about GTA 6, man, you better go buy that Switch 2, man. Because every dope game, third-party game that I played that I gave 2 fucks about this year is pretty much on the Switch 2 or confirmed to be coming. Lego Batman, 007, Pragmata, Resident Evil Requiem looks great there. That's the best value right now in the market. So people can take it how they want, but if your Series X or X clunk out right now, you go ahead. Hey, buy that outdated hardware. Phil told us we didn't need a Pro. Now I'm gonna be honest, if they had a Series X Pro right now to match the price of the PS5 Pro, I would tell people to go get that a 1,000,000%. Even if it was $999, I would over what the fuck they're charging for the consoles right here, 1,000,000%. I would tell people. Just like I would tell people to go get the PS5 Pro. Why would you buy a, you know what I'm saying? A base PS5 is kind of, it's kind of, I'm not judging it. If you already got it, you good. But to go spend the current prices on it, man, that's tough, man. I would just say go get a Switch.
Yeah, fair. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Okay. Very quickly. Oh, did I hit the wrong one? I did, but that's okay. Microsoft announced Minecraft Switch for the Switch 2 release coming out October 27th. So, awesome version. There'll be a Super Mario's pack that's going to receive an update. Digital upgrade path for Switch owners as well. If you own it on the Switch, you can take a version or whatever the upgrade path is over to the Switch 2. I assume it's like probably a $10 charge fee or something. That's generally what Nintendo's been doing, which I don't endorse, guys. I don't endorse, but I mean, you kind of have no choice if that's where you choose to play. You have to work within the realms of the constraints of the platform, but you can call it out. You can call it out. Stand on principle.
They said they wanted to better to put more effort into Minecraft. So, Minecraft Switch 2 version. Dope. The Dungeons game that's coming is dope. So I want to see how they continue to support this and what all comes from them wanting to further down invest. As we've seen, Minecraft has been funding a lot of Xbox. So it'll be interesting to see how Minecraft can grow even more with Xbox funding them for a change. Yeah. Never really been a Minecraft guy, but as with many games that I don't play, I still.
I think if you haven't played Minecraft Dungeons, you're missing out.
Oh no, I played Dungeons. Dungeons Heat, but just the traditional Minecraft.
That's not really my cup of tea, the Nero. Yeah, I feel you. All right, well, we also have Grounded 2 Into the Abyss, August 11th. So that is coming out this week. It says the pond is a big new area, so we've got a new area that I guess kind of was already sort of there that you get to enjoy and experience. But I also just want to call out, because this came out this week as well, is Grounded 1 hit 30 million players. That's massive. Considering this was just a little small team who wanted to make a passion project that started off as Grounded 1 in the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids sort of realm. And it got called out as being like, everyone was sort of bashing it when it first sort of showed because it was a survival type game, but even I was a bit iffy on it, and then I played it, and it's such a good game. And Grounded 2 is also a really good game, so kudos to them, and kudos to new DLC coming out for Grounded 2. 30 million
that's
players
the people
on Grounded
that like Grounded. To me, it's not for me. I thought it a pretty mid-ish category for me, just not my cup of tea. I respect it for what it do. I got a lot of friends that enjoy it. You enjoy it. Reese enjoy it. A lot of the homies really enjoy it. It's not for me, but they deserve that success.
They do deserve that. They do. They've done a fantastic thing around creating this into what it is, just like Sea of Thieves does. They've done such a good job, and they don't always get the recognition.
Fuck Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
At least Obsidian is putting out other games. Fuck Sea of Thieves. Rare hasn't done a goddamn thing in the last
Rare fucked up with whatever they were making with that other game.
I'm gonna be honest. Nah, they ain't fucked up. Man, the people above them fucked up. They got turned into a goddamn Sea of Thieves slave factory at this point. That shit. Hey.
But that's Passion. It's the other team that was working on something.
Everwild.
That had to get cancelled. Yeah, so what are they doing instead of Everwild? It would be nice to know what Rare's doing, because they're a really good
fucking Sea of Thieves. Every summer showcase and every Xbox show, they fucking.
But that's a different team. That's what's keeping Rare's lights on, okay, Nero, so they can make other games that get cancelled. Sorry,
Fuck
sorry,
CFDs.
Rare.
Shout out Rare though, man. Just doing it. Hey, Rare. It's rare that we get something different. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Do you know what? The only achievements you can get on their games are rare achievements. Sorry, I couldn't help myself, guys.
You're probably not lying. I haven't met too many real life Sea of Thieves fans, but it got a huge fan base. It does.
I love Sea
I would
of
not take that
Thieves.
away. But I haven't met too many people in real life that play that. And
It's lots. It's those like Grounded and Sea of Thieves are games where you really get to make your own fun with them, right? They're really good. All right, moving forward. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 port sold 8.2 million copies. What the fuck? What the fuck, Call of Duty? Well, Black Ops port sold 3 million copies.
just
And
slop.
this is PlayStation 5.
This is what I be talking about with PlayStation fan base. They rather buy that than Cyros. They rather both of those games as separately outsold Cyros. That's embarrassing. I don't give a fuck about the reduced price or anything. They overcharge for that.
Yeah.
But that's what y'all rather buy. That's what y'all rather play. Y'all rather buy that shit than show up for stuff like Death Stranding 2.
Oh, wait.
and- you know what
They
I'm
got
saying?
shitty at no physical, so no discs, but they were happy to just go and buy these. They
It's
don't
crazy,
stand on
man.
business. Yeah. Entertaining. I mean, kudos to these games selling that many copies. Well done. Yeah. I don't
Hell
know.
nah, not no kudos to that. Shame on them games selling that.
I mean, like, how old those games
Them is
are.
lazy ports. They just balling, just slop. I never tip my hat to slop being selling well. That's ridiculous. They should be ashamed of themselves for buying that. Activision should be ashamed of themselves for putting it out, but they know that that's the home of ball and gun gamers, so they said fuck it and did it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's ridiculous, man. They just eat it up over there. Just eat up the slop. You know what I'm saying? Insane.
Yeah. I also, Final Fantasy 7. Finally making its way back over to Nintendo. It says after almost 30 years. Because Square, with the Final Fantasy series, started over on Nintendo. Then they shifted it over to PlayStation. And then basically PlayStation was where Final Fantasy lived for a very long time.
I know they happy to be out of them shackles. I don't got too much to add to this, but I congratulations to Square Enix, man. I hope they continue to get it together. They got some cool projects coming out that I'm interested in, but they still got a ways to go. I'm happy they got out of them shackles of PlayStation because, as I keep mentioning, man, they don't show up to support shit like they should, man. And I'm just like, man, what is you guys if you're not buying the dope third party exclusives, if you're not buying the dope 1 or 2 first party exclusives we get a year over there. If you're not buying all that, what is you buying? Man, you just buying 2K, Call of Duty, Madden, and FIFA, and fucking NHL, man. That's fucking old ass Call of Duty ports. So if I was Square Enix, hell yeah, I would want to get to a platform that actually buy games and different unique games and different diverse JRPGs and just people that appreciate the art. Sony lost their identity and their fan base is just Fortnite players.
Yeah, they have. Before I forget, was there anything else? Have I missed anything else? No, I think I've got everything so far. I'm just making sure I haven't missed any of our quick news, because this is all our quick news stuff. Very quickly, Nintendo's going to donate $315,000 to Japanese Red Cross after the magnitude 6.8 earthquake struck Japan. They're also going to offer free repairs for consoles and accessories to people in the affected area. Well done. Thank you, Nintendo.
And I believe
anything
Capcom is donating
point.
some money as well. They're donating
Yep.
10 million yen, which is equivalent to about 63 K. That's good to see, man. When you see, because look, the reason I put this stood out to me is because who I haven't seen a bunch of fucking layoffs from all gen, Nintendo. You know who I haven't seen a fucking bunch of layoffs from all gen, Capcom. So the fact that they not laying off people, they continue to grow, they take good care of their employees, and they donate to when disasters happen, and their homeland is hey, that's commendable. And when you compare that to the slop, that is the Western industry. You know what I'm saying? Battlefield 6 fucking make history, and then they all get fired, and this piece of shit CEO scumbag gets fucking bonuses. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. Satya Nadella sit in his Nadella cave, rubbing his hands like Batman, and while putting the blame on everybody that come on up in there. Make no sense, man. That's the problem with the Western gaming industry right there.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree.
see, even Ubisoft. I don't know if you knew this. I think it was one of the weeks we wasn't here and didn't pod, but you know, Black Flag. Most of that dev team, they couldn't even celebrate. I seen the devs who was celebrating doing the water physics and certain graphical things. You know, saying this is bittersweet because they got laid off right after. You know what I'm saying? Even with the Ed put out one of their best pieces of work, period, with that Doom DLC, in my humble opinion. Then they get gutted. So it's like it's hard. You can't even celebrate Western games anymore. As soon as you celebrate a game release and half of the motherfuckers getting laid off. So it's refreshing to see companies do separate shit. You know,
Well, I
hire more people,
remember 500
give
years
raises and
ago, I
bonuses.
feel, Bungie did a big thing. I feel like something happened, was it in Nepal or something? And they had a big fundraising thing during Destiny 1. And if you donated, they put funds to this big thing that happened. But you don't see that many places doing that. Like, if you've got a community and people want to give money to help support others in need, you could. And I like the fact that these companies are using their own money, obviously, and putting it towards this. Now this...
Hey, this is random too. Did Sony donate? I'm gonna have to do some research on that. Did they step up for this earthquake over there in their homeland?
No, they actually asked the people affected by the earthquake to donate money to them. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, with
Sounds
these
like something
prices,
PlayStation would do. It would be great. I would be saying PlayStation should be offering free repairs and such. That would be
they ain't
smart.
gonna do that, man. They
They
ran by
wouldn't
devils.
do that.
Man.
No, they wouldn't. No, not at all. A little bit bittersweet news as well, because it's just sad news after sad news at this point. Yeah. The late Sam Neill, a Kiwi. He was a Kiwi. Is going to star in the live action, or did star in the live action Legend of Zelda movie that was filmed here in New Zealand, and it's going to be his final on-screen performance. I'm going to watch it anyway, because I'm a Legend of Zelda fan, but it's just that bittersweetness attached to that as well. Yeah. Sad face.
I thought this was dope. I definitely want to watch this movie when it come out.
Yeah.
I'm happy I'm happy all of them are expanding because I don't really care to watch too much TV personally, but when it's related to worlds and universes within the games that I really enjoyed, and hell yeah, I'll watch a Fallout show, a Halo show, a Gears show, a Cyberpunk show, a Mario movie, a Zelda movie. You know, I check all of those things out and gladly go sit in the theater or wait for them to come to my preferred streaming places. So I'm happy to see them doing that because when it's done right, man, we've gotten some really good stuff. I enjoyed those Mario movies, and I really enjoy the Fallout series. So,
You gotta enjoy some of them. Like, sometimes they're really good. I really hope that this is a really good story for The Legend of Zelda. Like, I would be so super pissed if this is the first time it's actually making its way over to the big screen and they fuck it up. Because that has happened so many times with any video game IP transitioning to the big screen. Hasn't always been done with the respect or love or cadence that it needed and deserved. Yeah. Because who is going to show up and watch it? Gamers. And do they want to feel like you have made their beloved IP a soulless husk and feel really...
Shit, some of these companies doing that with the games.
Yeah, that's true. You're not
That was
wrong.
the fucked up part.
Yeah, this is happening not just in the big screen, but on our fucking AAAs. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I'm excited for it anyway. Alright. Ubisoft. No, I'm kidding. For the past few years, they've been building the next chapter of Ghost Recon. So Ghost Recon Wildlands is getting a 4K 60 FPS update. It's out now. There's new story content, Last Rites added for free, Insider Program announced to playtest the new game, Wildlands and Breakpoint free to play this weekend. There's a new HUD, difficulty and customization options, and much more coming this way. I've never played Ghost Recon Wildlands, and I would really like to play it. I really enjoy the Tom Clancy games, and I think they're brilliant. But this is one that I just never got around to playing because I wanted to play with other people and I didn't have anyone to play with, and it's one of those games that I feel like is better played with friends. Yeah,
Yeah.
you gonna play
I never
Nero?
got around to checking this one out.
4K 60. That's
It is in
music to my ears.
it's in PS Plus and it's in Game Pass, so definitely everybody should be able to get a chance to
Check it out.
give it
Yeah,
a good little
give it a giz.
give it a good go.
Give it a giz. What was our game ratings? We've got some game ratings. Sitting up here, Beast of Reincarnation, sitting at a 78 on OpenCritic and a 76, sorry, on OpenCritic and a 73 on Metacritic. Sounds like not a bad game. Then sounds
Yeah,
like
man,
a
seven is not a bad game. Everyone,
Yeah.
everybody thinks 7s out of 10s is, just horrible and never worth playing. No, they're just not worth probably paying full price if it's not your absolute jam, or if it don't fully call out to you. But dope game.
And I know you love Lies of P. I know you've played that. The complete edition on the Switch 2 is sitting at an 86 on Metacritic. If you have not played Lies of P and you've got a Switch 2, check it out. If you're a Souls fan, go for it. Yeah, it's a really cool take on, like, I guess, Pinocchio's story in a way with the puppet and such. Yeah.
I will be grabbing this. Hopefully, I can get it on sale down the line since it's not a first party game. It should go on sale eventually, hopefully around the holidays. But I will be supporting this because it is a full physical owned cartridge game. So when games I like and enjoy is full owned cartridge and not a game key card. I still pick up a game key card over digital most of the time, depending on the game. But if the full game is on the cartridge, hey, I'm there to support it. Lies of P is a great game.
Yes.
I wish I would have fully locked in when it was in Game Pass, but I started really appreciating right as it left Game Pass. Ended up buying it on the Pro. Loved it. I would definitely buy it a second time. Great game. And I haven't played the DLC. I heard good things about the DLC as well.
Right. Are we ready? I'm going to let you lead this off, Nero.
All right.
Because I feel like the week that I talked about this, you weren't on the show. So I really want you to kind of give your thoughts on this, because they're not backing down on it, regardless of what anyone does in that community. They're going discless in 2028.
Yeah,
what are your
it's
thoughts,
pretty
Nero?
much Sony doubling down, man. They showing everybody, hey, they moving forward, and like I said, what I'm doing, I'm just buying the disc I care about. And on Nintendo, every game I get, if I can, I'm buying the cartridges, and I'm gonna continue to show Nintendo, hey, I appreciate you continue to offer physical gaming, so I'm gonna show up and support something that a lot of these performative physical gamers should have been doing, but also whether they supported it or not, it should not be getting taken away from them. Whether you're a whole 100% digital. You might be 100% digital today and then wake up tomorrow and say, hey, I kind of want to get a physical collection. I might want to get a disc drive. I might start, collecting physical again. I want to get back into that, or, save some money and do stuff like that.
One of my biggest things was I was like considering whatever the PS6 is going, cool, it should be backwards compatible, we'll bring disc forward, all of that. I'm now second guessing that. And going like, well, there are all these games that I want to play. So I might just end up at some point picking up a PlayStation to play them. But it's really hard. But what I will say is I think they've done the right thing putting this label on the box. But I also think it really needs to be more obvious. Like who the fuck wants to read this? It should be way more obvious around making it clearer that it's not going to have discs after 2028. That is a lot of text, and people aren't really going to read it. I mean, the important notice piece, that's a big call out, but it could have been a lot more simple. You didn't need all this additional text in there and everything like that. I think they needed to do it because they're moving. They're not moving or turning the ship around anytime soon. They're not changing their mind on it. This is just proving that they're doubling down. But this also is super concerning that there is no replacement
Look, they're
or
doubling down
program to
because
deal with it.
gamers have no backbone.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
stand on
Gamers
business.
have nobody stands on business, and it's embarrassing.
The fact that they came out, their CFO said, and there's been no financial impact. The only way that
Well,
PlayStation
of course,
is
a
going to
move
hear
that's
you,
not fully going to take place until 2028. Why
Yeah.
would you,
yep,
that to me, that was a nothing burger. That was just more so trying to make those investors feel comfortable.
the only way that they're going to feel this is when it comes to next gen, because Xbox made a real big fuck up in 2023, 2012 as well, when they did their announcements and everything around this, but 2023. Oh, 2020.
You know what I witnessed throughout a lot of
and
this?
they never recovered from it. And this
You know
is
what
one
I
of those
witnessed?
sort of things that are people going to transition over to the next gen or not based on this decision. And I think they're going to lose quite a few people.
The problem with the gaming community and just gaming industry as a whole is just gamers. I watch more people fight each other. You know, you got these people out here white knighting for Sony and just defending them to death about just going all digital. And I'm like, what the fuck are you getting out of this? You know, even with Game Pass, you had so many people just justifying, oh, $30 makes sense, $30 makes sense. Meanwhile, millions, not just Nero, millions left that service or downsized. So it's like, instead of everybody uniting and using our voice as one to call out these corporations, you know, these same people that play shit like Cyberpunk and just know how shitty corporations are in real life, and they give it to you right on the platter, one of the best games ever made, just how fucked up and shady they are. You got these guys that will white knight for it. Xbox can do the most fucked up shit. Like I said, you got people justifying getting rid of Tango, getting rid of, even though they spun them off and didn't shut it down. Why are you happy with having less under your belt? Why are you happy with having Hellblade gone, fucking State of Decay gone, Ed gutted? Like, why are you justifying this? Why are you okay? Why are you justifying Concord being a flop? Why are you justifying Blue Point Games getting shut down? Why are
That
you
one is
justifying Japan
such a-
Studios getting shut down? Why are you justifying Tango getting spun off and Hi-Fi
Was it
Rush not
London
being an
Studios
NIP?
got shut down as well?
Yeah,
Like a
it
week
makes
after-
it makes no sense. And people defend everything. That's the problem. These guys are cowards. Can't nobody stand united. If gamers stood united and really stood on business in the industry and said, oh, you taking away physical gaming, fuck you, we gonna stand on business. They didn't do that. They rushed out and bought the first slop fest fucking port of a fucking old ass game. Call of Duty game at that. They by the millions they bought that slop. So what message are you guys really sending Sony? You know, what I don't get it, man. You know, the Xbox fans and a lot of the podcasting community, they spend so much time talking about PlayStation problems and what they need to fix from sundown while ignoring home. All of these PlayStation personalities, podcasters, and dick writers sit around and talk about Xbox from sun up to sundown. And then they look like MVG, like when some shit really happened that they don't agree with. They all look like idiots. Now you got people like him panicking, jumping all around, mad at Sony, confused, don't know if you want to go to PC or go to Xbox. They're all confused when Sony do some super fucked up shit, but you sat back and justify all the other fucked up shit they did all gen.
Yes.
It makes zero sense.
Correct.
I'm tired of these people, man. That's why I just been a happy gamer, enjoying my Pro, enjoying my Switch 2 and my Series X, man. It's a lot of great games out here to be so invested in what these idiots say, you know.
You choose where to put your time and money.
Yeah,
There,
and
I
my
think that's
energy.
really
And
important.
I think a lot of
time, money,
gamers, a
energy.
lot of people need to choose where y'all put your energy at. If you see people grifting about Eday and saying it's trash and this, that, and the third, and you know they never touch it or don't even own an Xbox, who gives a fuck? Why acknowledge it? You know, if you're on PlayStation and somebody is telling you that Marvel Tokon Fighting Legends is ass or they're using Steam charts and PC charts, who gives a fuck? Stop giving these people your attention, guys. It's too many games out here for that. Too many games, man.
Too many fucking games releasing.
Focus on the sticks,
yeah.
man. And
Yep.
not, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sony putting this out there. they got to be transparent as possible, man. You know, I mean, not everybody is on Twitter or you know in the mix as deeply, and also I think this is important because a lot of people is about to buy consoles, whether it's Series X's, S's, or PlayStations for GTA 6. I deeply believe that that's going to move some units. So
oh yes,
I think they got to be as transparent as possible.
They need to be as transparent as possible. I think it's really important. You're always going to have people, doesn't matter, the casuals, they aren't paying attention to any of this. They are just going to pick up the next COD. Yeah, next ball and gun gamer. They're just going to pick up what they love and what they play all year round. And they do not impact anything else in the market other than just a number and a bank account that pays and is a consistent payer of a specific game. And that's space.
Once again, I have no beef with what anybody play. If you fall under the ball and gun umbrella, cool. I enjoy my ball and guns. I'm excited to check out.
I enjoy my gun games. Yeah, I'm not a ball person. I enjoy my gun games.
You know, I seen a gun in Fire Emblem. I say that looked dope as fuck, and the playthrough breakdown they just did for that. So I'm not against that, but I'm just saying if that's all you play sun up to sun down, it's just like. I'm not gonna take too many of your opinions too serious. You know, if all you play is ball and gun slop, I'm not gonna take your opinion on shit like Starfield, Mario, Zelda. I'm not like all of those games that take some brain cells to play. You know, I'm not really gonna pay you any money, really. You know.
All right. Well, our last topic, because I read this and I was shocked, and I'm not fucking surprised now. Not at all surprised by what's happening. This is, okay. And then we're heading out after this. And this is a new bit of news that has come out that we've missed. And, you know, Halo campaign involves troubled development. So this has come to light saying they had a heavy reliance on external partners. That went poorly. Abstraction Studio handled major...
Who would have thought?
Yeah, who would have thought? Abstraction Studio handled major technical work and level design for all missions. From concept, block out, through encounters, scripting, NPC spawning, and adapting levels for new features like sprint. Development with Abstraction began around summer 2023. Halo Studios allegedly ended the contract mid-development around fall of 2025. Much of Abstraction's work had to be redone. Fuck, you put all this money in and then now you have to put more money in to redo the work that you were hoping the studio was doing for you to the level you want it to be done. Which helps explain persistent AI and gameplay issues, because Abstraction is absent from the main credits. Only individuals appear in special thanks. The studio had been acquired by Virtuos in early 2025, but later returned to independence. That's not a good sign. An external partner responsible for cinematics also under-delivered and barely finished on time, leading to the decision to cut real-time cinematics, which is why player armor weapon customizations doesn't appear in them. So they weren't real-time based on new gameplay. They were pre-rendered. And I think that was a call-out from Digital Foundry saying they wish they were real-time cinematics, but this explains why there were no real-time cinematics, which is disappointing. Internal studio issues under the studio head Pierre Heinz. I don't know how to actually say his name, so I'm really sorry around that. Importing or rebulking assets for the hybrid blame? Is it blame? I don't know. Plus Unreal Engine proved far more difficult and time-consuming than leadership expected. Well, you were working off a different engine. Of course there's going to be a transition period in that side of things. Essentially 100% of the assets had to be rebuilt.
Everything I've been saying. Oh, Jen has been correct.
Heinz reportedly promoted friends into key leadership roles. I hate that shit, guys. You promote someone who's right for the role. You do not hire friends to do that shit unless you know that they are going to bring it and they are as passionate about a project and can deliver on that project as possible, including the original executive producer and head of production who were not prepared for their positions. This contributed to unclear direction, shifting priorities, micromanagement, and tension. And those leaders were later demoted or replaced, and the head of production was eventually fired. The multiplayer project, Echo, was cancelled so its team could be redirected to save Campaign Evolve, because it had a delivery date, and so they had to move people across. And this explains why the multiplayer was cancelled. I did not know why. We now have an answer. In the last 9 months, the team worked under severe crunch, so late nights, weekends, constant firefighting and pivots, and managed to deliver a playable, respectable experience. So they delivered, but it sounded like there needs a massive shift and a massive change in there. And I don't think the studio head is trusted enough, in my opinion, to make the right decisions, since he clearly didn't. And they had to scrap some stuff in order to deliver on a project that is
These are the
Halo.
motherfuckers that should have been gutted. Not Ed. They should have just gave Halo over to Ed at
They
this
should have
point.
just fucking put
At this
Halo
point,
on
it's
its
time to do
engine.
something drastic, you know.
They should have put Halo on its engine.
Yeah, either that or I'm sorry, they should have kept Slip Space engine. And because I'm gonna be honest, hey, to me, Halo Infinite looks better and it feels better and it plays better than a remake. I'm sorry, but UE5, unless it's something really, if you gotta really have a vision for your game when you use UE5.
Kind of kept the original. I agree. Infinite plays better because they've kept as much of the core original Halo experience as they could, which definitely does not feel like the polished experience that we get in Infinite. Chef's kiss gunplay.
The game feels soulless. I'm gonna be honest. That's why I haven't rushed through it and finished it yet the way I normally would. Not only that, I've played it so many times where it's so many other unique experiences at my fingertips. It's like I'm not gonna rush to create. I'm gonna support it because I'm a Halo fan and shit like that, of course. But you know, it feels a bit soulless. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, it could have been so much more. The more I played and I enjoyed, it's like it could have been more. It could have been better. Those prequel missions, it could have been more and better. It should have been more than just 3. It should have been. It should have been they should have did what Sonic did with Sonic Generations. You know, they remade the Generations and then they gave Shadow his own little campaign. They should have really flushed it out even more. Multiplayer not being in a Halo game makes no fucking sense. When people think about Halo going back all the OGs, it's always been some type of multiplayer, especially PvP. To not have that makes zero sense. To not confirm if Halo 2 and 3 remake is even in the works, which they're not, is insane. And how can I celebrate this remake?
On this, right?
Yeah, and it's like I can't celebrate this remake because we have no confirmation of the next mainline Halo. And I said it early in the show, and I say it again. I would have rather just took a real flushed out DLC for Halo Infinite. I would have took a Spartan Lock DLC on Infinite. Maybe some chief goes missing or something like that after the end of the game, and Spartan Lock is meant to go. I would have took anything over this, and I appreciate this, but it's the same. I got to keep the same energy. I slandered Gears Reloaded because I felt like it should have been a trilogy. You got, and this is where Microsoft and Xbox pisses me off. You got Santa Monica, and even with all their flaws, they're remaking the God of War trilogy. They announced it as an entire trilogy. That's the type of love you should give a goated trilogy, like Halo 1, 2, and 3, like Gears 1, 2, and 3. You don't do these half-assed bullshit gotcha moments for fans like me, because all you did was prey on my nostalgia and prey on my love for the series. And now I have nothing to look forward to because your studio's in shambles. And why the fuck is a simple remake being in development hell? It makes no fucking sense. You give up on the Slip Space engine. You fire damn near everybody that has something to do with that. I don't get it, man. You got Ed, which is an amazing engine. Why not keep the Ed team and have them maybe combine? Maybe instead of cutting and trimming everything, maybe try to build and think outside the box. Maybe try to bring Ed Tech and Halo Studios together and get rid of the bad apples, like the guy you talked about that did jack shit this whole time.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm disappointed. It's just poor management. I hope they really, really look into Halo Studios and fucking sort that shit out. They really need to. It's just disappointing to see, like, to find out why that multiplayer was canned, to know that they had to shift people over to deliver on this game, when it should have been something like, clearly you're switching engines. You can't just lift and shift everything across from the old engine to the new engine. There was going to be a lot of rework needed to be done to deliver
I wish people stop running the UE5. To me, that's lazy and a cop out. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm keeping the same
energy. I think CD Projekt Red running the UE5 is a cop out. I just trust them more to really deliver on The Witcher 4 and the next Cyberpunk game, but I'm not comfortable with them. I thought their engine for Cyberpunk and The Witcher 4 was great.
Red Engine, yeah.
And the Red Engine, I thought it was fantastic. I wanted to see that grow. I think id Tech is fantastic. I want to see it grow. I thought Slipspace was a really solid ass engine for Halo Infinite. I want to see it grow. Everybody is giving up. And they rushing over to UE5, and then they use the excuse, well, it's easy for a few people to work with. And then we still get shit like this. It can't be that easy to work with. You motherfuckers can't deliver a fucking solid-ass product if your life depending on it. You know, in Halo Campaign Evolved, is it a stuttering mess like something like a Borderlands 4 or Oblivion remake? No, it's not. But is it stutters there? Yes, it is. And to me, that's another reason why multiplayer isn't there. Imagine 4 or 5 people all throwing their post grenades on each other. It's going to tank the frame rate. If it's tanking the pro frame rate, I know it's tanking everywhere else because UE5 is it's just a fucking beast of an engine, and most of the time it don't shine the way it should for the way these devs rush to use it, man. Keep your identity, man. Keep unique shit, and then don't get rid of the people that are making really fantastic games with UE5.
Yeah,
Avowal is a fucking beautiful UE5 game.
Yeah.
The Hellblade 2, for as much as people joke and whatever you want to say, that is a beautiful UE5 game. Don't get rid of the motherfuckers that seemingly doing some cool shit with UE5 and then keep around the motherfuckers who's struggling with UE5. That's the only reason I kept that energy with the Coalition. You guys are quote unquote the Unreal Engine kings. You guys haven't did jack shit this generation, but Eday. Eday should be my Last of Us moment, but on Xbox. And I'm hoping the campaign give me that. Because like you guys have been doing the bare minimum. So my expectations is through the roof. It's the same way with Naughty Dog, bro. I swear to God, if Intergalactic comes out mid, I'm on their neck. I got Wolverine pre-ordered. If that shit is mid, I'm on Insomniac neck. Keeping the same energy. When you make me question, when you deliver a game where I'm kind of like Rocky, I'm like, all right, you know, Spider-Man 2 was to me it's good, but it could have been great. It could have been amazing. Yeah. It could have got some expansions. Could have got some DLC. Everyone's
talked about Miles Morales was a better game.
Yeah, I think both of the prior games was better games, especially stories. When it come to gameplay and traversal and shit and graphics, yeah, this shit clears. But you took a step back in like the side content, the side activities and shit like that. So, you know, I'm more, you know, critical of you. You know what I'm saying? Like my judgment for Eday is really just the campaign. I thought 4 campaign was all right. I thought 5 campaign was on the weak side. So if I want them to go back to what I loved about 1, 2, and 3, and that's what they doing with Eday. So if the campaign hit, then Gears Eday is a success for me. I don't have too many comments on the multiplayer. I think, you know, it's just not for me. So
I don't blame you. I don't fucking blame you at all. I don't have much to add to this. I'm just disappointed when I read this and I just shared it into our group chat. And there was like, should we have this as a main topic? I'm like, fuck yes, because I was so disappointed to see this. I thought that we were turning a corner with them rebranding under Halo Studios and hearing it's a new head of studio taking place, but I think the guy needs to go now just based on the fact he promoted friends. I don't care that they're gone now. They're not in those positions. You have someone who allowed those people to get into those positions. The fact that it happened, yeah, that is a clear sign of mismanagement. And we need to call it out. And it needs to change. We are in an environment where we can't
margins
risk
and numbers and shit like that. What the fuck has
stepping on
Halo
ranks
done?
Yeah.
What the fuck is 343 Halo Studios, whatever they want to rebrand as? What have they done to justify being kept over Compulsion or Ninja Theory or any of these other studios? Besides having a Halo IP that they just can't get right.
I know it sounds horrible to say this, but it's like some of these studios think like, oh, they'll never get rid of us. Like we're this tent pole thing, we're this thing. And I'm like, no. You're expendable. Like, you need to show up. I don't care what you did 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. You're only as good as your current or last game, you know? And if you're not delivering, what are you doing?
The industry
Gamers want to play your games, so deliver. And the fact that you've had to cancel projects just to be able to deliver is rather disappointing. Yeah. Sort your shit out. Who was it saying? Apparently, Beemore said they didn't even make Campaign Evolved. It was a different studio and then gave them no credit. Well, that's horrific if that's the case. But yeah, this is our show, guys. I don't think we have anything else to talk about. I'm going to bring us back to our our standard 2-panel, and we'll close out the show. Thank you to everyone watching live, and everyone who's going to watch after the fact. Episode 93 of ADS. We're coming up to 100 episodes soon. Don't know who we're going to have on the show for that, but we'll see who we can get to join us for our 100th episode. I've been loving doing the show with you, Nero, and Lyriic. Yeah, it's been fantastic. Yeah.
I like to give a few recommendations on the way out, since
before we head out.
We heading out. Ball X Pick. It's in Game Pass. It's been on sale. PlayStation. I'm loving it on the Switch.
Thank you, B-More.
I own it everywhere but PlayStation, man. Bought it on Xbox. Bought it on my Switch. Very great game. Still probably my indie of the year, or really close to it. Ball X Pit. I think it's a fantastic game. Also want to recommend some of these Japanese games, man. These Japanese RPGs. You've got a PlayStation Switch. Trails in the Sky. Trails in the Sky. My bad. Trails in the Sky. Chapter 1, Fire. You on Switch? Xenoblade Chronicles is fucking heat, man. I'm playing the first one. Fire. I can't wait for the new one coming out next year. The Adventures of Elliot, man. It's pretty dope as well, man. I'm starting to support these Japanese games and studios. Shout out Capcom. A lot more than the Western slop. Okay? I enjoy Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake. I enjoy Requiem. The only difference between them is one of the studios laid off a lot of the motherfuckers who worked on it, and the other one didn't. So,
Well, B-More said, Nero, try Monsters Are Coming on Game Pass.
It's out right now?
I assume so, unless it's coming. I don't know. I
I'll
hope so.
definitely check it out if it's out. For sure. Yo, B-More, man. Listen, man. Hey, man, get a Switch. I need you out here, man. I need you out here in that Mario Kart. I know what type of skills you possess. A man of your caliber. Hey, a man of your skill. Come on, man. Need you out here, man. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Also, Marvel Tokon, man, really dope. I can't speak for the PC performance. I've heard mixed things, but if you got a PlayStation, man, go ahead and buy it. Why not? You only 3 exclusives coming out this year. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not get out there and,
Yeah.
I seen people playing Halo. I seen people playing Gears, and I seen plenty of people playing Forza. Show up for y'all games too, man. Get out there and support that Tokon, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hold yourselves accountable like you've been trying to hold everybody else accountable all gen. You know what I'm saying? Go and get out there and support them games, man.
He said, yes, it is out on Game Pass, so give it a go, Nero. Give it a go. Give it a giz.
Definitely give it a good giz. Give it a good swing. You know what I'm saying? See what's
Swing
going on
away.
with it.
Swing away. It's been a great show, as per usual. We will be back next week. There will be a week in August where I will not be here. My partner's birthday is this month, so yeah.
That's fine. Hopefully it lines up when I got a trip. Me and my lady for our anniversary. We going on the beach trip. And in the beginning of October, I am taking a trip back home to Buffalo. So that is what
you're on Hell Is Us. Can't put it down. Good on you, OG.
I need to get out of try, man. I really need to get out of there. I got it downloaded. Shout out to Game Pass.
All right. Well, we're gonna close out the show. It's always fantastic. We've had a blast. Lyric should be fingers crossed back next week. But yeah, thank you for everybody. We will see you next week for episode 94.
Definitely.
Bye for now, guys.